Good evening and welcome to tonight's Stanley Town Council Finance and General Purposes Committee meeting held here in the Greenhouse on the 14th of July at 6:30. We will move swiftly on to the agenda and go to item 1, which is housekeeping. Please ensure that your mobile phones are on silent and you don't have any scheduled fire drills, so should the alarms go off, we need to exit as safely and quickly as possible. We move on to item 2, which is apologies for absence. We have apologies for absence from James Kane, who has other commitments this evening.
Okay. I've got to go to see St. Patrick's not here as well.
No,
I
am here.
It's because I'm not used to everybody in, so apologies.
Kristen's here. So that's the only of absence that we have. Is anybody happy to accept that?
Yeah.
Excellent. We move on to item 3, which is declarations of interest. I will declare I have an interest on the MIP that is in for Tantobi Community Centre as I sit on the board.
I also have an interest in a MIP that's been tabled tonight as well.
Two, everybody. It's just myself. So we move on to item 4. Announcements from the chair. So the only announcement that I have with the finances to just say that our previous finance officer has left us. She left on the 30th of June. We wish her the very best. It wasn't the last 6-7 months of our expenditure and work that she anticipated due to our illness, but we'd just like to thank her for her services to Stanley Town Council. That's the only announcement that I have. So we will move on to number 5, public participation. I haven't had anything. Have we had any questions or anything? And we don't have any members of the public here this evening. So we will move on to item 6, which is confirmation of the minutes to approve as a true and correct record for the Finance and General Purposes Committee meeting, which was held on the which is our attachment.
Yes. Chair can now move then to true record.
Okay, so we've got a mover. Do you have a seconder for those? Do you want that second? So is everybody else in agreement?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. No problem. So we move on to item 7, which is accounts for payment and bank reconciliation. Obviously these didn't come out in the original sets of papers, but you received them yesterday. So they are for June 26. It's the schedule of payments, receipts and bank reconciliation. You will have them. Does anybody have any questions that they would like to raise or queries on those?
Yes, can I just ask about the IT support? We've claimed for 925 for the IT support, and then we've got document solutions. Does document solutions cover the IT? Is that just the printing? What's the IT support?
I don't know. So I don't know whether that was something that
Try.
So document solutions are current standard.
Uh-huh.
IP support is through PMTS.
Yeah.
So they do the like the backup for like the server and the laptop.
Right.
There's that side and the phone through.
Right. I understand that.
Okay. Anybody else have any other questions? Yes, yes.
Just one, and obviously there's two records of money going out to the truth for sure, but one is obviously we'll get money back. Any idea why we'll get the money back?
It's actually warm,
I know, and
Yeah.
but I can definitely find out what. I
Yeah.
can find out
What was it course?
June,
Zurich, there's
from 9:30, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
there's one's obviously a payment that we paid,
Yeah.
because it both happened on the same day, which is a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That looks like, yeah, coverage for one of them,
Yeah. So what, I think one's the annual premium and then there's a refund,
Credit,
so
Mhm.
credit, so it'd be interesting to know what that credit is.
Oh, we're getting credit.
But I'm happy to find it.
Yeah.
And I think, and I don't know whether anybody can remember, but I don't think it was the last meeting, it might have been the one before. We asked whether or not we still were covering the defibrillator on the Civic. So I don't know if somebody could double check that. I know I've spoken to Red Sky and it is fully operational. The police are looking after it. But obviously we don't have any, shouldn't be being covered now on our insurance because the Civic hall no longer belongs to us. But the police are checking it. And there's still electric and stuff to it, or it has a
Change and whatever.
and they're doing whatever it needs doing to it. But I think at one point it was on our insurance, so it's
The civil court could possibly be through credit as well,
yeah.
possibly.
So I think let's go on.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm happy, then you're happy, I'm happy to check that out. Yeah.
Okay. So is everybody happy then to have a proposal that we agree all three of those? To put forward to be noted at the annual meeting, at the full council meeting. If no one has any further. Happy to propose them? Or are we still looking at them?
I'll propose this,
Okay, so we've got a proposer, Alison will second them.
get the feedback at the same time.
Yeah, we'll get the feedback for the things, and we're happy for them to move on to be noted at full council. Okay. We move on to item 8, which is allotment clock grading. That's our attachment E.
I can quickly take it through.
Just a quick-
Yeah. You obviously had it, so you've had a chance to read it, but as the chair said, it's an allotment block grading report that was approved by the allotments committee on the 18th of June. Obviously, it then comes to the finance and general purposes committee. Just to break it down really, really quickly, back in October 2025, the town council approved its annual rent increases with the correct notice periods that we have to give people. We did identify when we did that exercise that there's a huge difference in the sizes of plots, and we wanted to get away from the Durham County Council grading system and set out our own as such. So one of our roles was to do some detailed measuring of the direct let sites, for which we've done. And then if you go straight to the chart where it said the previous grade, we now moved it to bands to totally come away from the 4, 5, and 6 that Durham County Council used, with the addition of a small plot on there, because we've been listening to the people, and there are people that want a lot smaller plots than what's out there. But there is such a vast difference in the sizes of plots. Durham County Council used to take a site decide how many plots for it, just divide it by that amount, and that would then give a grade point. You can't be charging people the same if someone's got a plot 5 times the size as someone else. So we've come up with this grading system, which we think will work very well. And the allotments committee members are asking the Finance and General Purpose to approve this so we can take full council. Thank you, Chair.
No problem. So members obviously of the Finance and General Purposes Committee are being asked to approve the recommendation. It was fully recommended by the Environment and Allotment Committee on the 18th of June. So we're just asking that it's approved to go to full council to be voted.
Agreed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Are we happy with that?
Thank you, Chair.
Right. We now move on to number 9, which is Members Initiative Fund. We have one from the Tantobi Association for Sports and Community, Tantobi, for an afternoon tea and a scarecrow event. The afternoon tea is in August and the scarecrow event is in September. It's predominantly for food to be purchased for the event. Both of those events are to raise funds to keep the association and community centre going. So that one, obviously, I don't have any say in whatsoever. I can't do it. There is a one also being tabled this evening. You want to take one at a time? Right, okay, no problem. So if you want to look at that one.
I haven't got a problem with that one. I think it's sort of where the cause and everything. So what it says on the in every box is there, so
the proposal that
I'll
was
propose that one for you.
So Alison, you're setting it. Is everybody else happy for that one to go through?
Yeah.
Okay. And the next one is being tabled this evening, and that one has been tabled by Councillor Ferry, and that is for the bowling competition shirts and jackets for the bowling club Southmoor. So we'll have a quick look at that and see if we are happy for that.
Part 6. See attached. I can't find any see attached. With a breakdown.
Yeah. I can't explain that. The guy who actually did the costings and everything is actually on holiday, so we can't get them, but they came through the day, as far as I can gather, but the guy couldn't get them to us in time for the meeting this evening.
Also, section 8, previous funding the past, GMP got paid on it when I was on for Southmoor, we purchased the big container, secure container.
That's right,
Yeah.
And that's not done nearly,
Right.
and that was
Well,
massive amount, James.
That wasn't also on the last funding application that went in, which was passed.
I don't know, because that was.
we definitely put a container there.
I know the containers there, but this is the second time I've funded them, and that wasn't on the last MIF form that got passed through for the grass cutting, which would be 2 years ago now.
So, obviously, if this is going to go to full council, we will be happy to agree it if the item missing from number 8 is there and the costs come through. Are we happy to?
Yeah, I can get them, no problem.
So,
Sorry.
we put that through to full council as long as item 8 is completed and section 6 is received, yeah? Everybody happy with that?
Sorry, Chair.
Sorry.
Sorry, I haven't seen this. Are we getting a shirt? Is it for shirts as well?
Yes.
Yeah. Is there going to be any town council logo on the shirts?
They did offer, but obviously that will come at an extra cost, and I can only fund part of it. So they were hoping to get some others in from other councils, but they've had no response from that. So that was part of the discussion as well.
Is it worth asking how much it is? Because I'll tell you what, this is another opportunity.
Yeah.
It's all,
Oh, yeah, they did mention
It
it.
is finding it from, we've got to push on Stanley Town Council, got
Yeah.
to. And they should have a big logo on the side.
Yeah, I did attempt to do a joint funding, but I've got nowhere with it, so. Yeah. Council Query and Council House. And also I think we'll approach the county council for the area as well.
John Cook and Aaron Holm.
Yeah.
Because if it's a nominal amount, well, I say nominal, let's say it's a couple of £100, yeah, for that logo. This council needs to start finding £200
totally
to
agree.
do, because this bowling group will go to other places.
Yeah,
and
competition,
Yeah.
so.
It's free advertising and it shows that we're supporting community.
Mhm.
Really got to push on it.
I think when we supported other football groups and whatever, they've always put STC
Yeah.
logo on. I think because that's part of it. And it's part of the on the shirt.
And is it part of the, sorry, is it part of the agreement payment for them to promote us through their social media and stuff like that? Or anything like that in the agreement when we did people on.
There's always something in the agreement.
Yeah.
There's all promote us.
Yeah, it does say.
It is in there.
Yeah.
Joan made a really, sorry, through you, Chair, Joan made a really good point a little while back that we should seize every single opportunity. And we should be doing that. And that could come out of a PR type fund, regardless of the limit.
Well, I'm thinking, yeah, for next
It's in part five.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is a publicity bit in part 5 of the agreement that they sign to say, so, right, so.
Suggestion.
Yeah.
Would there be any merit in one of our staff writing to these councillors and saying, you know, Councillor Perry hasn't received a reply, he's brought this, does anybody wish to participate in shared funding of this? So we're going out for a second bite of the cherry then, in that sense.
Right.
It's simple, it's not a long
The
complicated.
only issue I had is obviously because I tabled it tonight is it's the time.
Yeah,
Because we don't want to get to the situation where the season's over
So
before
when-
we get the
yeah.
funding for the shirts.
yes, but you could still put this, if you put this in, it just means that you could add to it.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
councillors can do that
That's-
independently of
That's
that,
going forward, yes.
Yeah.
which
But
is
it-
what I was hoping they would do.
So they obviously want their shirts, but ideally we could do with a few extra pounds from said councillors to hopefully get the logos before they go to print.
Yeah.
So if we could get some costs or how much it may extra be to have the logos, or sometimes when they're doing that, depending on the colours that they're using. might be
The
able
colours
to-
are red, the shirts primarily red and white.
We have a supplier that actually has our VPEX already saved as the crest,
Mhm.
who does us the dirt sheet.
Yeah.
I can ask him if we would supply the shirt, would you put the crest on, I can find out a price for that,
20 shirts,
20 shirts.
Right,
so
so
possibly 20 jackets, depending on if they can get some more from them.
most of them. We're happy to approve this going forward if part 6 is completed and part 8 as it is. We're going to get somebody to write out to the councillors concerned to see if they will be happy to put some additional funding either towards this or separately to get the Stanley Town Council crest on shirts and but predominantly we're happy for this to go to full council so that they can get cracking with what we need to do. Is everybody happy with that?
Can I ask, can we not just get Stanley Town Council badges and stitch them on?
You need
And
to,
then if we've got them, then we can use them for other things as well.
you won't get, so basically, when you put them through, you need to be, if you're going to have a strip like that, it needs to be uniform, needs to be lined up properly. If you were to get a badge made and someone stitch it on you, then you're going through two different people. Someone's already got to make the badge.
I think as well with the material shirts, there could be like football shirt materials and fight against each other. So I think,
I was just thinking the school uniforms, you know, it could be utilised for a lot of things.
yeah, but I think going forward, I think we want them to have their money. So we're going to agree that this goes forward to full council for approval. We'll write out to the other councillors to see if they're willing to put some extra finance through for it, and we're going to look at potentially getting a Stanley Town Council logo somewhere in the shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Everybody happy with that? Yeah. Okay, that's fine. And that's both of the myths going on to the full council. So we're down to item 10, which is date and time of next meeting and venue, which will be Tuesday, the 8th of September at 6:30 here at the Greenhouse in Greencombe. Move on to item 11, which is exclusion of the press and public. To resolve that under the Public Bodies Administrations to Meetings Act in 1960, the public and representatives of the press and broadcast media be excluded from this meeting during consideration of the following items of business, as publicity would be prejudicial to the public interest due to the confidential nature of the businesses to be transacted. Thank you.